Billie Eilish, teenage genius or puppet of the music industry? I never wanted to be famous. I just wanted to be heard. Billie Eilish. When Billie Eilish first appeared with neon green hair, a cold, emotionless face, and a style that looked like it had crawled out of a fallen angel's fashion nightmare, the music world was instantly drawn to this phenomenon. But behind the eccentric appearance, the hauntingly sad hits, and the eerie music videos, one burning question still lingers. Is Billie truly a teenage genius, or just a finely crafted product molded by the invisible hands of the entertainment industry? While you were solving math problems, memorizing history dates, or simply hoping to catch the school bus on time, Billie, just 14, was in her small bedroom with her brother Phineas, crafting dark, haunting songs that made the world stop and listen. Ocean Eyes, written by Phineas and recorded by Billie just to send to her dance teacher, unexpectedly went viral on SoundCloud and flung open the doors to a glamorous but dangerous world of fame and music. At 18, the neon-haired girl swept the Grammys with 5 awards in a single night. Billie became the youngest artist to ever win all 4 of the Grammys' biggest categories in the same year: Album of the Year, Song of the Year, Record of the Year, and Best New Artist. Not even legends like Taylor Swift, Adele, or Beyoncé had done that at her age. And on top of it all, she also took home Best Pop Vocal Album, all in one night at 18, dressed in an oversized suit that looked like it came from some rapper's closet. But behind the glittering stage lights lies a darkness few can see. No one tells you that becoming a global icon as a teenager means being watched, judged, and dissected every second of your life. Billie never got to grow up normally, because every inch of her coming of age was magnified and criticized by the internet. Her body, her fashion, her relationships, nothing was off limits. Billie's success was undoubtedly built on raw talent, but also on a massive machine of marketing, labels, and the weight of millions of fans' expectations. People praised her as an anti-pop star icon, yet those same people were the first to turn on her when she began to change, just like any teenager would. People liked me because I was different, and then they hated me for the same reason. Billie Eilish. Why would a girl who hadn't even graduated high school yet, who had the world at her feet, feel such deep self-loathing? The heartbreaking answer is, the very thing she loved most, music, had pushed her into the eye of the storm of fame and pain. While the world was still mesmerized by her haunting melodies, eerie visuals, and dark pop queen image, Billie was slowly being consumed by her own success. Every move she made was watched, dissected, judged. There was no privacy, no innocence left. She became a public commodity, followed 24/7 by paparazzi, obsessive fans, and critics who had never even heard her music, but felt entitled to speak about her like they knew her personally. She didn't dress sexy like other pop divas. They called her weird, accused her of hiding her body out of insecurity. She wore baggy clothes to avoid being sexualized. They said she lacked femininity. She opened up about depression, loneliness, insomnia. They said she was faking it for attention. If she smiled, she was fake. If she cried, she was dramatic. If she stayed silent, they called her arrogant. And then, just once, she chose to dress provocatively, on the cover of British Vogue. No more hoodies, no cargo pants. Billie appeared with platinum blonde hair, wearing a corset and silk skirt, staring fiercely into the camera. And the internet exploded. Half the world cheered. Finally feminine. So stunning. Slay queen. The other half attacked. Disappointing. Just like everyone else. Fake. Sold out. That 18-year-old girl, for daring to wear something beautiful one time, was instantly transformed from a symbol of anti-sexualization into a sexual icon, by the very people who once praised her for rejecting those norms. A paradox? Not really. That's just the entertainment industry. In this world, you're loved for being different. But don't you dare change. You're celebrated for breaking the mold, until you break the mold they built for you. You're encouraged to be yourself, as long as that self fits within what others find acceptable. For Billie, music was supposed to be her escape, her safe space, her way of being truly herself. But ironically, it opened the door to a golden cage, where freedom was a luxury, and authenticity was the most unfamiliar thing of all. In 2021, Billie Eilish stepped into the spotlight with a completely new look. Platinum blonde hair, a bold shortcut, and a style that shifted from streetwear rebellion to vintage sensuality. Gone were the oversized hoodies and baggy pants. In their place, corsets, silk dresses, and a stare that no longer hid from the world but challenged it head-on. She didn't just change her appearance, she transformed. And as always in the age of the internet, the world split in two. One side lashed out, calling her a traitor to everything she once stood for. Where's the Billie who fought against sexualized beauty standards? She's sold out. Just another product of the industry. She's not the same. She's lost herself. But the other side saw something different. Something powerful. They celebrated a young woman reclaiming her image on her own terms. They understood that evolution isn't betrayal. That a person, especially a woman, has every right to redefine herself. Once, twice, or as many times as she damn well pleases. In the eye of this digital storm, Billie didn't write an essay or issue a grand statement. She didn't explain, defend, or apologize. She simply said, "I didn't betray anyone. I'm just doing what I want." That's it.
NANI?
No guilt, no shame, just truth. Because if you're not allowed to choose how you look, how you feel, how you grow, then what kind of freedom is that? Billie once stood as a symbol of rebellion, but in that moment, she became something even more powerful. A symbol of the right to be whoever the hell you want to be, even if that person changes. Billie Eilish, a real genius, or a pawn so clever she might just be the one playing the entire game. From the very beginning, the world tried to put her in a box. Teen prodigy, voice of Gen Z, anti-pop star. But what if she was never just a symbol? What if, behind the green hair, the whispers, the baggy clothes, was a mind that understood exactly how the game worked? Yes, she was swallowed whole by the industry, critics, labels, expectations, cameras. At one point, it looked like she was fading into the very machine she once stood against. But here's the twist. She didn't disappear. She didn't fall apart. She adapted. She went blonde. She went bold. She embraced femininity. She played with sex appeal. She released music that confused some and silenced others. And suddenly, the question changed. No longer, is Billie being controlled? But now, is Billie the one in control? Because maybe, just maybe, she's not the victim of the industry. Maybe she's the one who studied it, broke it apart, and is now using its rules against itself. She once looked like she was drowning in fame. But what if she's the one who learned to breathe underwater? What if the industry didn't consume her? She consumed it. Billie Eilish, to me, is a living paradox. She's both fragile and incredibly strong. She looks like a victim of the music industry, yet somehow, she feels like the one pulling the strings. Listening to her music, it's like stepping into a dark room where every emotion is stripped bare. No filters, no spotlight, just raw sadness, real pain. She doesn't try to please anyone. She doesn't chase what's popular. And maybe that's exactly why she stands out in a world full of fakes. She's not perfect, far from it. But maybe, just maybe, it's that imperfection that lets her touch the parts of us we're too scared to show. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on upcoming content. Your support means the world and gives me the motivation to keep creating meaningful stories like this. Thank you so much for watching until the end. See you in the next video.